Every moment, every breath, every thought is a ripple in the quantum field. You are not merely a physical body. You are an intricate tapestry of light, a symphony of frequencies, continuously radiating information. Biophoton emission is the scientific term for the subtle light your DNA constantly radiates. It is a coherent glow, a whisper of your inner state, an energetic signature unique to you. This light is not random. It is profoundly intelligent. It carries the blueprint of your being. It pulses with the story of your consciousness. Your emotional landscape directly influences this biophotonic field. Fear, stress, resentment, these create dissonance. They introduce static into your inner broadcast. Conversely, states of love, of joy, of profound gratitude, these amplify coherence. They create a harmonious, clear signal, a pure vibration, a resonant frequency that reorganizes your very essence. We now turn our attention to a pivotal phase, a moment of profound recalibration, the critical juncture where your old frequency, the echo of past conditioning, finally collapses. This is not a violent destruction, but an elegant dissolution, a necessary shedding, a quantum release. Your DNA, a super antenna, is always interacting with its environment. It processes internal and external data, not just as chemical signals, but as packets of light. When you intentionally cultivate a higher emotional state, when you truly embody compassion, when you surrender to deep peace, you are introducing a new, coherent frequency into your system. This new frequency acts as a powerful energetic input. It begins to resonate with the existing, often discordant, patterns within you. Initially, there can be resistance, a feeling of friction. Imagine two tuning forks, one vibrating at a lower, erratic frequency, the other introduced, resonating with a pure, higher tone. The lower frequency cannot sustain its pattern indefinitely in the presence of the higher. This is the principle of entrainment. Your being is constantly seeking alignment, seeking coherence, seeking its highest vibrational truth. The collapse of your old frequency is precisely this entrainment in action. It is the moment your biosystem can no longer sustain the energetic pattern of the past, the lower vibration, the limiting belief. It's an internal phase shift, a quantum leap, where the old, less coherent information is simply overwhelmed by the new, more potent light. This can manifest as a feeling of deep discomfort, a sudden emptiness, a sense of losing your footing, as if the ground beneath you has vanished. This is the void, the energetic vacuum, created by the dissolution of what no longer serves. It is not an ending. It is a preparation, a clearing for the new architecture of light to fully manifest. Your consciousness is the conductor of this transformation. Your sustained intention, your unwavering focus on higher states, becomes the signal that guides this biophotonic recalibration. The coherent light emitted by your DNA under conditions of love creates a field of immense power, a field that literally begins to break down the outdated information stored within your cellular memory. Think of it as energetic erosion, where the constant flow of a new pure frequency wears away the hardened structures of old fear, of ingrained doubt, of inherited patterns that have kept you bound. This process is scientifically observable, even if subtle. The patterns of biophoton emission change from chaotic and weak to structured and intensified. As the old frequency collapses, your cells release stored emotional data. This can lead to emotional waves, moments of unexpected sadness, or sudden bursts of anger. These are not regressions. They are releases, energetic purges, the body literally expelling the residue of the past. Trust this process. It is a detoxification on a quantum level. Your system is clearing the old information to make space for the new. The collapse is often heralded by a deep internal knowing, a sense of profound shift, a realization that you simply cannot go back to who you once were. This is the moment of no return, not because a door has closed, but because your internal frequency has ascended, making the old pathways inaccessible. You have outgrown them, energetically, biophotonically, completely. This recalibration affects every aspect of your being. Your perceptions shift. What once bothered you now seems trivial. What once brought you joy may now feel hollow. Your DNA is actively realigning its informational pathways. It is optimizing its communication with the quantum field. It is literally rewiring your experience of reality from the inside out. The coherence generated by your elevated emotions creates a resonance cascade, impacting not just your DNA, but every cell, every organ, every system within your body. The collapse is a system-wide reset, a profound reordering. It is the intelligent design of your being, guiding you towards greater efficiency, greater harmony, greater alignment with universal truth. Embrace the discomfort. Welcome the void. For within this energetic collapse lies the seed of your magnificent rebirth. Your old frequency, once a familiar anchor, is dissolving into pure potential, returning to the quantum soup from which new realities are born. You are not broken. You are being reassembled at a higher resolution, a purer frequency. Your DNA, now liberated from the energetic shackles of the past, begins to broadcast a new signal, a signal of profound coherence, of awakened consciousness. This new frequency is your authentic self, unburdened by old stories, unfiltered by past pains, shining brightly. The biophotonic collapse is not an end. It is the most powerful beginning. It is the moment you step fully into your sovereign light. It is the universe responding to your deepest truth, reflecting back the radiant being you were always meant to be. Decode this moment. Understand its power. For you are witnessing and actively participating in the sacred dance of transformation within your own quantum blueprint. Welcome to Quantum Seed, where science dissolves into spirit. Today, we decode the physics of energetic dissolution, a chapter designed to illuminate how your very being undergoes profound transformation. Our conventional understanding often perceives dissolution as an ending, a breaking down into nothingness. But in the profound architecture of the quantum realm, dissolution is not an annihilation. It is, in fact, a fundamental shift in energetic states. It is the necessary precursor to realignment, to a higher order of coherence. This applies profoundly to the subtle energetic structures within us, especially to our DNA and the intricate light it radiates. Your inner state, your emotional landscape, it holds the power to orchestrate this energetic dissolution, paving the way for profound internal shifts. Every cell in your body, every delicate strand of your DNA, it emits a constant, subtle stream of photons. These are biophotons. They are not random light particles. They form a super-coherent field, an intricate living communication network, operating at the astounding speed of light within you. These biophotons carry vast amounts of information, guiding cellular processes with unerring precision, orchestrating health, and profoundly reflecting your very consciousness. This biophotonic field is intimately linked to your inner coherence. When you are balanced, aligned, emotionally clear, this field radiates with optimal intensity and exquisite order. You are, quite literally, a being of light, constantly broadcasting your inner symphony to the universe. Now, the term biophotonic collapse might sound alarming. It might evoke images of destruction. But it does not signify an annihilation of light itself. Instead, it describes a loss of coherence, a breakdown in the intricate order of the biophotonic field. Imagine a perfectly choreographed dance, each dancer moving in elegant synchronicity. Then, suddenly, this precision dissolves into chaotic, random movements. The dancers are still present, but the elegance, the shared intention, the coherent flow, it is gone. The information flow becomes scrambled. This dissolution of coherence is directly triggered by states of emotional incoherence, chronic stress, deep-seated fear, unresolved anger, unprocessed trauma. These low-frequency emotions disrupt the delicate quantum architecture of your inner light. Your emotional state acts as a master switch, either sustaining or disrupting the harmonic resonance of your very being. From a purely physical standpoint, incoherence represents a profound increase in entropy. Entropy, as defined by the second law of thermodynamics, describes the natural tendency of systems to move from order to disorder, from usable energy to dissipated, unusable energy. In the context of your biophotonic field, this translates to a dissipation of focused, coherent light into diffuse, random energetic noise. The crucial signal-to-noise ratio within your internal communication system diminishes significantly. When you carry emotional baggage, when your thoughts are scattered and consumed by fear, you are energetically amplifying this very entropy within your own intricate system. Your inner light literally becomes less efficient, less potent. Your body is a highly sophisticated energy system, and your emotional state dictates its energetic efficiency. Your DNA is not merely a static blueprint for proteins. It is far more profound. It is a super antenna, a highly sensitive bioluminescent semiconductor, constantly interacting with and modulating its biophotonic emissions. It absorbs, it stores, it transmits light. It is the central processing unit, the ultimate conductor for your entire biophotonic field. When your emotional state causes a biophotonic collapse, your DNA's innate ability to communicate coherently is profoundly impaired. This directly impacts cellular repair. It affects genetic expression. It diminishes overall vitality. It's like tuning in to a radio signal that is overwhelmed by static. Your DNA is a living, breathing light receiver, whose function is profoundly influenced by your moment-to-moment consciousness. So, how does an emotion actually cause this physical dissolution? It operates through the elegant yet powerful principles of quantum entanglement and resonant frequency. Your emotions generate specific vibrational patterns, subtle energy signatures that permeate your entire being. These frequencies interact directly with the quantum field of your biophotons. Incoherent emotions create discord signatures. These discords, these dissonant notes, they create sympathetic vibrations within the biophotonic field, pulling it out of its exquisitely coherent state, leading directly to dissolution. It's a quantum domino effect, a cascading disruption at the very fabric of your being. Your dominant emotional state acts as a powerful energetic magnet, either attracting coherence or inviting dissolution into your internal systems. You are constantly broadcasting an energetic signature, one that shapes the very architecture of your being. While a biophotonic collapse might at first glance seem like damage, it is, in a deeper, more profound sense, a necessary energetic reset. The dissolution of an incoherent pattern is not a loss. It is the clearing away of outdated, misaligned information. Imagine deleting corrupted files from a sophisticated computer system, making way for a cleaner, more efficient operating system to emerge. The old chaotic arrangement must first be disassembled for a new, coherent one to manifest. When you finally release a deeply held trauma, when you let go of an old limiting belief, You are, in that very act, initiating an energetic dissolution. You are allowing the previous incoherent structure to break apart, creating a powerful energetic void. This void is not emptiness. It is infinite potential, a fertile, receptive ground for conscious realignment. The key to navigating this profound dissolution is conscious awareness. When you become aware of your emotional patterns, when you consciously choose to observe rather than identify with states of fear or anger or resentment, you begin to withdraw the energetic fuel that sustains the incoherent biophotonic pattern. This act of observation itself introduces a new level of coherence. It's like stepping back from a chaotic scene, recognizing it for what it is, rather than being swept up in its turmoil. By cultivating mindfulness, by embracing emotional intelligence, you are actively participating in the dissolution of lower frequency patterns within your biophotonic field. Welcome, Seeker, to a deeper understanding, to a realm where science ceases to be dry dogma, and instead becomes the very language of the soul. We journey now into the collapse as personal awakening, a chapter that decodes the profound truth hidden within moments of perceived falling apart. Because what if collapse isn't an ending, but a radical, necessary realignment? Our exploration begins with the fundamental unit of life itself, your DNA. Scientific premise: biophotonic emission is the subtle light your DNA constantly radiates, a silent, ceaseless communication. Detailed explanation: this isn't just a metaphor. It's a measurable phenomenon. Biophotons are ultra-weak light emissions generated by every living cell. They carry vast quantities of information, acting as the internal communication system of your very being. A coherent, holographic network, faster than any known neural pathway, more profound than chemical signals alone. Connection to human experience. This light isn't random. It responds to your inner state, to your thoughts, to your emotions, to your every cellular intention. When you experience joy, love, gratitude, your biophotonic field glows with greater coherence, with enhanced order and intensity. Awakening insight. You are a bioluminescent being, a living, breathing broadcast station, constantly emitting the energetic signature of your consciousness. Now, let us decode the word collapse in this context. Scientific premise: the biophotonic field, while robust, can experience moments of incoherence, what some refer to as a biophotonic collapse. Detailed explanation: this isn't a catastrophic failure. Imagine a perfectly tuned orchestra playing a magnificent symphony. Then, suddenly, some instruments fall out of sync. The harmonious sound becomes dissonant. The coherent light pattern of your DNA becomes disrupted. Its usual ordered emission temporarily diminishes. It's a phase of reduction, a withdrawal of organized light, connection to human experience. These moments often coincide with profound life events, periods of intense stress, deep emotional trauma, the shattering of old beliefs, a sudden loss, or a spiritual crisis that shakes your very foundations. You might feel depleted, disoriented, as if a light within has dimmed. Awakening insight. This dimming is not a sign of brokenness. It is an intelligent mechanism of the universe, a necessary recalibration. The cosmos is not punishing you. It is preparing you. Scientific premise. Your DNA, as a quantum antenna, is designed for constant energetic exchange. It doesn't just emit, it also receives. Detailed explanation. Think of your DNA as a sophisticated receiver-transmitter, tuned into the vast quantum field of information. It's in non-local communication with everything, with the collective consciousness, with the Earth's Schumann resonance, with cosmic energies. During a biophotonic collapse, this antenna undergoes an internal retuning, a temporary shutdown of external broadcasting, to allow for a deeper internal processing, connection to human experience. This is why, during periods of personal collapse, you often feel a profound need to withdraw, to retreat, to turn inward. The external world feels overwhelming because your energetic system is undergoing a significant update. Your inner circuitry is being rewired. Awakening insight. This forced introspection is an invitation, a sacred pause, a vital stage in your personal evolution. You are being called to listen to your deepest self, to decode the information that is now being downloaded. Scientific premise. The principle of self-organization in complex systems. Systems tend toward greater order and complexity after periods of chaos. Detailed explanation. In physics, this is known as a phase transition. Water turns to ice, then back to water, then to steam. Each phase has a distinct energetic signature. A biophotonic collapse is precisely this, a phase transition for your energetic field. The old, less coherent structure dissolves, creating the energetic space for a new, higher order to emerge. Connection to human experience. This is the death of an old identity, the shedding of outmoded patterns, the release of limiting beliefs. It's uncomfortable. It can be painful, because the ego resists this dissolution, but the spirit understands its necessity. Awakening insight. You are not simply breaking down. You are breaking open. You are entering a chrysalis state, where the old form must dissolve before the magnificent new being can take flight. Scientific premise. The role of emotion in genetic expression. Epigenetics has shown that your environment, including your emotional environment, directly influences how your genes are expressed. Detailed explanation. Your emotions are not just fleeting feelings. They are powerful energetic frequencies. They are chemical messengers. They are biophotonic modulators. High-frequency emotions like love and gratitude create an optimal environment for DNA repair and expression. Low-frequency emotions like fear and anger can lead to incoherence, to a state of collapse at the cellular level.
Connection to human experience. When you choose to consciously process difficult emotions, when you allow yourself to feel them fully without judgment, you are actively participating in your genetic realignment. You are creating the conditions for your DNA to reorganize into a more coherent state. Awakening insight. Your emotional landscape is your internal laboratory. Your mastery over your feelings is your power to recode your very being. To choose the symphony your DNA plays. Scientific premise. The concept of quantum entanglement within your DNA. Every cell, every strand is entangled with every other. Detailed explanation. Your DNA isn't a collection of isolated parts. It's a unified field, a holographic matrix. Change one part and you subtly affect the whole. During a biophotonic collapse, this entanglement undergoes a deep reset. It allows for the release of accumulated energetic debris, of historical programming, of ancestral patterns that no longer serve your highest timeline. Connection to human experience. This is why trauma, even ancient generational trauma, can be felt and healed. Why personal breakthroughs can reverberate through your entire lineage. Your individual journey of realignment impacts the broader entangled web of your being. And beyond. Awakening insight. Your personal awakening is never truly personal. It is a gift to the collective, a beacon of new coherence, a ripple effect of conscious evolution. Scientific premise. The DNA acts as a receiver for higher consciousness. It's not merely a blueprint for your physical form. It's a conduit. Detailed explanation.
Welcome, Seeker, to the next phase of your journey. We delve now into the sacred work of integration. You have navigated the biophotonic collapse. You have witnessed the profound realignment within your very being. Now, the crucial question emerges. How do we stabilize this new harmonic? How do we anchor this elevated frequency into the fabric of our daily lives? The scientific premise begins with the understanding that every cellular structure in your body possesses a memory. This memory is not just biochemical. It is vibrational. It holds an energetic imprint of every experience, every thought, every emotion. Through the profound shifts we have explored, your DNA's biophotonic emission patterns have been reconfigured. A new quantum signature has emerged. This shift, while powerful, requires conscious integration to become your new baseline. It's akin to tuning a delicate instrument to a higher pitch. The initial tuning is a breakthrough. Maintaining that perfect pitch is the art. Your human experience, therefore, is called to resonate with this newly established light. Your emotions, your focus, your intentionality become the architects of your sustained state. You are not merely observing this transformation. You are actively participating in its stabilization. You are becoming the living embodiment of coherent light. Consider the concept of energetic memory within yourselves. This is the scientific premise of how a quantum shift can either dissipate or solidify. Your cells, in essence, learn new ways to vibrate. They begin to emit biophotons at a higher, more coherent frequency than before. This detailed explanation reveals that this isn't a passive process. It's an active re-education of your cellular symphony. The old patterns, the dissonant notes, slowly dissolve as the new resonant frequencies take hold. This profound change is intimately connected to your human experience through the sustained feeling of gratitude, love, and peace. These are not just positive emotions. They are powerful, coherent energy fields that reinforce the new biophotonic emission. They tell your cells, your DNA, that this elevated state is safe, natural, and desired. The awakening insight here is profound. Your emotional landscape is the primary stabilizer of your new quantum reality. You are the conductor of your internal symphony. The concept of a stable quantum field around your body is not mystical conjecture. It is the scientific premise of a healthy, vital organism. After a biophotonic collapse, your field has been recalibrated. It is now capable of holding a higher charge, a more refined frequency. This detailed explanation reveals that your aura, your subtle energy body, is an extension of your internal biophotonic emission. It is an information field that interacts with the external world. To stabilize this, you must consciously maintain its integrity. This requires practices that cultivate inner peace and presence. The connection to your human experience is clear. When you feel anxious or scattered, your field contracts, becoming less coherent. When you feel centered and joyful, it expands, radiating a powerful protective resonance. Your emotional state directly modulates the strength and coherence of your biophotonic field. The awakening insight is this: your consistent emotional state is the anchor for your expanded consciousness. You are not just a body. You are a living, breathing energy field. Consider the phenomenon of sympathetic resonance. This is the scientific premise explaining how one vibrating object can cause another to vibrate at the same frequency. Your newly realigned DNA is now a more powerful emitter, a stronger tuning fork. This detailed explanation reveals that your internal resonance seeks to harmonize with your external environment. If you expose yourself to lower frequencies through thoughts, media, or relationships, your body will attempt to match them. To stabilize, you must consciously choose environments that support your new harmonic. This directly connects to your human experience of conscious environment design. The books you read, the music you listen to, the people you engage with, all contribute to the vibrational landscape your DNA is immersed in. Your choices are not trivial. They are fundamental to maintaining your energetic integrity. The awakening insight is empowering. You are not a victim of your environment. You are the sovereign architect of your resonant field. Now, let us decode the role of consistent breathwork.
This is the scientific premise of how conscious breathing directly influences cellular oxygenation and energetic coherence. A deep, rhythmic breath pattern sends signals of safety and regulation throughout your nervous system. This detailed explanation reveals that the nervous system is inextricably linked to your biophotonic emission. When in a fight or flight state, your body's energy is chaotic, incoherent. When in a state of rest and digest, your energy becomes ordered, aligned. Conscious breathwork bridges these states, actively guiding your body into coherence. This connects to your human experience as a profound tool for self-regulation. Breathing is not just automatic. It is a voluntary pathway to internal mastery. By simply focusing on your breath, you are actively participating in the stabilization of your quantum field. The awakening insight lies in its simplicity. Your breath is a direct conduit to stabilizing your new harmonic. It is the most accessible quantum tool you possess. Consider the heart's electromagnetic field. This is the scientific premise of the heart's immense power to generate the largest electromagnetic field of any organ in the body. This field extends far beyond your physical form. It is a powerful carrier of information and coherence. This detailed explanation shows that when your heart beats in a coherent rhythm, often associated with feelings of love, compassion, and appreciation, its field becomes highly organized. This coherent signal directly influences your brain waves, your nervous system, and profoundly, your DNA's biophotonic emission. It acts as a primary stabilizer for your entire energetic system. This connects to your human experience through the cultivation of heart-centered emotions. By consciously generating feelings of love and gratitude, you are literally broadcasting a powerful, coherent frequency from your heart. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about actively stabilizing your new quantum blueprint. The awakening insight is undeniable. Your heart is the most powerful coherence generator you possess. It is the engine of your stabilized energetic field. The practice of intentional visualization is another scientific premise for stabilization. Your brain cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined event and a real one. It prepares your body for what you focus on. This detailed explanation shows.
Welcome, luminous traveler. We stand at the precipice of a profound understanding, a place where science dissolves into spirit. Tonight, we step into the heart of the luminous recalibration. It is here that we decode how your very DNA, the blueprint of your being, undergoes a magnificent realignment. Not by chance, but through the power of your emotions and the undeniable force of coherence. Consider for a moment the scientific premise of your own inner light. Biophoton emission is the precise term for the subtle, coherent light your DNA radiates. This is not a mere byproduct of metabolism. It is a sophisticated communication system, a delicate, intelligent glow that carries vast amounts of information within your cellular matrix. This light, this intricate dance of photons, is profoundly responsive to your internal world. It responds to your emotional frequency. It shifts with the coherence of your thoughts, and it resonates with the deep current of your consciousness. You are, in essence, a bioluminescent field, constantly broadcasting and receiving your inner state, a living signal in the quantum tapestry. Now, let us decode a challenging concept, the biophotonic collapse. This term, in its initial apprehension, might evoke fear. But understand, this is not a destruction. It is a profound energetic restructuring, a phase transition where old patterns of light, old frequencies momentarily destabilize. This is often triggered by significant emotional upheavals, by spiritual breakthroughs, or by deep transformative insights that shake the foundations of your perceived reality. When you experience moments of intense joy or profound sorrow, of sudden clarity or bewildering confusion, your DNA is undergoing a rapid internal repatterning. It is shedding the old. It is making space for the new. What feels like an inner unraveling or a period of profound energetic fatigue is in truth a luminous recalibration, a sacred dismantling of what no longer serves, so that a more refined, more coherent light can emerge. This is your evolutionary impulse in action. Let us delve deeper into the nature of emotion itself. Scientific premise: emotions are not merely subjective feelings. They are quantifiable energetic frequencies. They are vibrational patterns that directly influence the coherence and the intensity of the biophotonic emissions from your DNA. Imagine the high, pure frequency of gratitude, the expansive resonance of unconditional love. Contrast this with the dense, constricted vibration of fear or anger. Each of these states broadcasts a distinct informational frequency. Each creates a specific energetic environment for your DNA. You are not merely feeling emotions. You are actively modulating the quantum signature of your genetic code. You are the conductor of your internal symphony of light. Now, consider the power of coherence, the scientific premise of a coherent biophotonic field. When the biophotons emitted by your DNA are in phase, highly organized and synchronized, they create an incredibly powerful, focused field. This state is optimal for cellular communication, for efficient energy transfer, and for profound self-repair and regeneration within your entire system. This state of luminous coherence is mirrored in moments of deep peace, in sustained states of profound love, or in focused, undistracted intention. Your heart's electromagnetic coherence, in particular, directly influences your DNA's biophotonic activity. To align your inner world, therefore, is to align the very light within your cells. It is to amplify your inherent vitality, and to awaken the dormant wisdom stored within your genetic library.
Your DNA, therefore, transcends its chemical definition. Scientific premise: your DNA functions as a sophisticated quantum antenna. It is not just a storage device for genetic instructions. It is a dynamic interface, a two-way communicator with the vast interconnected quantum field. It continually exchanges information through resonant frequencies. And the biophotons, they are the carriers. They are the ethereal messengers of this constant, silent interaction. Your conscious awareness, your focused intent, your deepest beliefs, these create a specific frequency, a unique signature that your DNA then broadcasts and simultaneously receives from the universal field of information. You are a living, breathing quantum transceiver, engaging in a silent yet immensely powerful dialogue with the entire cosmos. Let us return to the phenomenon of the biophotonic collapse with new eyes. The mechanism is not one of breakdown, but of breakthrough. During periods of intense emotional or conscious evolution, the older, less coherent patterns of biophotonic emission temporarily destabilize. This is not a loss of light. It's a necessary repatterning, a momentary dimming of the old frequency, preparing for the emergence of a new, brighter, and more coherent pattern. It is a system reset. Think of it as your internal light flickers as it recalibrates, adjusting to a higher voltage, to a more refined frequency of being. This can manifest as profound fatigue, as heightened emotional sensitivity, or as a pervasive sense of inner flux. Embrace these moments of seeming dissolution. They are the fertile darkness from which your most luminous transformation will spring. Now, consider the profound agency of consciousness. Scientific premise: consciousness is not merely an epiphenomenon of the brain. It is a fundamental force, an organizing principle that directly interacts with the quantum substrate of reality. This includes, equivocally, your DNA. Your focused attention, your deliberate intent, holds measurable energetic effects. When you consciously choose an emotional state, when you hold a clear, unwavering intention for healing, for growth, for transformation, you are sending a directed, coherent signal to your DNA. You are influencing its biophotonic output. You are orchestrating its very expression. Your mind is not just a processor of thoughts. It is a powerful conductor of light, capable of rewriting and realigning your very genetic song. This brings us to a practical application: cultivating coherence. The scientific premise of the heart's electromagnetic field is paramount here. Your heart generates the largest electromagnetic field in your body, far exceeding that of your brain. This field influences brain waves, cellular activity, and yes, the coherence of your DNA. And this field is exquisitely responsive to your emotional state. Practices